Alright, so today's video is going to be on Kayn. Now, Kayn is a really fun hero, partially because he is a gold rarity hero, so is very strong, and especially once you upgrade him, can almost take out entire teams by himself, depending what items you build on him. Pretty hard to 3-star, but can be done. If you get a 3-star, you basically win. I mean, a 3-star Kayn is insanely powerful, like any 3-star gold champion. Now, as far as Kayn's synergies, Kayn is a Tormented and Shade champion. So Tormented, it's his own synergy. There's literally no other Tormented champions in the game. But what Tormented does is after 3 battles, the champion will get an item that allows you to permanently improve his abilities. Shade allows the champion every third attack, they'll slip into the shadows and get a bonus damage on their next attack, which can be very useful. Obviously, more damage is good. Now, a little more on Kayn. So, as you can see right now, I decided to throw him in a Warlord synergy. That's mostly because I just got a Warlord item. But the Warlord's pretty nice because this will allow Kayn to get bonus health and spell power. Kayn very well benefits from the spell power because most of his attack damage is actually dealt through spell power, especially if you're not running a shade composition. So the most important, I guess, not most important, but a big decision you have to make regarding Kayn are the options between his 2 upgrade items. Now, so these items will allow Kayn to take on one of 2 forms. He either becomes Rast, which makes it so his Reaping Slash, which is his ability, now heals for 50% of the damage it deals. And then a Shadow Assassin, Reaping Slash deals an extra 75% damage for the first 10 seconds of combat. And if you can't remember what Kayn's ability actually does, so what he does is he dashes towards his target, then slashes all adjacent enemies, dealing a scaling amount of damage depending on his level, and then increasing the cost of their next spell by 33%. If his slash only hits one target, then he's going to he instantly is allowed to recast that ability, which is really nice. And so if he's just him versus one other opponent, he's probably going to kill that enemy. It's when he gets into group fights that it becomes a little more difficult. So now the choice between these 2 items, so Rast makes him heal himself for 50% of the damage he deals. Now that is the red item. I find this useful a lot of times when the team you're using doesn't tend to have a lot of health. So you kind of need someone to tank the damage, and the healing allows Kayn to be able to heal and actually stay alive for a prolonged period of time when you don't have as many tanks to tank for you. Now, since I am running a Warlord comp, I elected to take the Shadow Assassin buff, which makes Reaping Slash deal an extra 75% damage for the first 10 seconds of combat. This can help you take out a couple of enemies really easy at the beginning. I personally chose this item to use on my Kayn in this build because I am running the Warlord synergy. Kayn is a Warlord, so he already has a lot of health. So he should be able to tank a bit of damage. As well as Warlord teams, it's always nice to have some good damage carries. Now, as far as the items I used, I built the Warlord item, obviously, because I wanted to make him a Warlord, make sure I got that 9 Warlord synergy. Helps him to get some spell power and health as well. And then I also chose to build the Guardian's Angel, just because if he does accidentally get killed or his HP runs low enough that he would get killed, that will help him enter that stasis mode and then come back alive and be able to maybe deal some more damage. Other items. So I also did use the Luden's Echo. That probably isn't the best item to use for Kayn. It isn't terrible though, because now if you remember, Kayn, if he is only targeting one enemy, gets to instantly recast his ability again. Um, this is a little more difficult, however, because the enemy has to be close enough to get hit by the Luden's Echo damage, but far away enough that Kayn doesn't hit them with the slash. But this does have potential to deal some nice damage with Luden's Echo as well. I really built it in this case just because I know Kayn has a low mana to cast his abilities, so he should be casting abilities quite frequently, as well as this does just give him mana and spell power in general. A better item to use, especially where if you decide to go with the burst damage, my favorite go-to item is going to be the Hex Tech Gunblade, because it allows the holder spells to heal them for damage that they deal. Where especially where if you go with the burst damage on Kayn, it allows him to deal more damage, but he's also allowed to heal for that damage through the Hextech Gunblade. So I would really switch the Luden's Echo out for the Hextech Gunblade if I had the item option. Other good items on him, a blue buff works great just because it allows him to cast more frequently. Um, but that's about it on Kayn. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.